Int. Laboratory. Day. A mad scientist is working on a new invention. He is surrounded by beakers and flasks, and there is a large machine in the center of the room. Scientist to himself. It's almost finished. Just a few more adjustments. The scientist finishes working on the machine and steps back to admire it. Scientist to himself. It's perfect. This machine will change the world. The scientist reaches for a switch to turn on the machine, but before he can touch it, the door to the lab bursts open and a group of armed men storm in. Soldier 1. Freeze. The scientist is startled and drops the switch. The soldiers surround him. Soldier 2. You're under arrest, Dr. Evil. Scientist. What? I haven't done anything wrong. Soldier 1. We know all about your plans, Dr. Evil. You're going to use that machine to take over the world. Scientist. That's ridiculous. This machine is for good, not evil. Soldier 2. We'll see about that. The soldiers take the scientist away. Next. City. Day. The soldiers lead the scientist through the city. A crowd of people has gathered to watch. Man in crowd. What's going on, woman in crowd? They're arresting Dr. Evil. Child. Who's Dr. Evil? Man in crowd. He's a mad scientist. He's trying to take over the world. The crowd gasps in shock. Woman in crowd. We have to stop him. Child. How? Man in crowd. I don't know, but we have to try. The crowd starts to follow the soldiers into prison. Day. The scientist is thrown into a prison cell. He is alone and scared. Scientist to himself. What am I going to do? Suddenly, the scientist hears a noise. He looks up and sees a small creature standing in the corner of the cell. Creature. Hello? Scientist? Who are you? Creature. I am a dragon. Scientist? A dragon? I thought dragons were just in fairy tales. Dragon? We are real, and we are here to help you. Scientist? Help me? How? Dragon. We will help you escape from prison and stop the soldiers from taking over the world. Scientist? Thank you. The dragon helps the scientist escape from prison. Together, they set out to stop the soldiers. Next. Battlefield. Day. The scientist and the dragon arrive at the battlefield. The soldiers are fighting a group of rebels. Scientist. We have to help them. The scientist and the dragon join the fight. They fight bravely and eventually defeat the soldiers. Soldier 1. We're defeated. Soldier 2. Retreat. The soldiers retreat. The scientist and the dragon have saved the day. Man in crowd. Hooray! Woman in crowd. We're saved. Child. Thank you, Dr. Evil. The crowd cheers for the scientist and the dragon. Scientist to the dragon. Thank you for your help. Dragon, you're welcome. Now go and use your machine to make the world a better place. Scientist, I will. The scientist and the dragon go their separate ways. The scientist uses his machine to make the world a better place. He creates new technologies that help people and solve problems. He also uses his Maki,